What is going on, Menhem family? I hope you guys are having an awesome day here. This video is going to be a little bit different than any other vlog that I've ever done in my past here, you guys. So I want to actually do this video to a dedication to Gatorland, you know, for literally doing so much for wildlife out there throughout the US, you guys, especially in the state of Florida too. Whether if it's we're conservation, you know, or educating people, all sorts of unique things, you know, especially when it comes to crocodilians as well. So and this video is also kind of going to be a tribute to their most famous animal at their park, Chester the alligator, because if you guys may have not heard, but about a week ago, Gatorland announced to the public that Chester passed away. I think of natural causes, I think it was, unless it was, I think it was just a health issue that Chester was dealing with for a while. So I want to dedicate this video to Gatorland for literally putting up as much effort as they can to keep Chester alive as much as they could. But with that being said, you guys, I hopefully this video you guys will understand it. So, but before we get into any details about what happened with Chester, I'm gonna go ahead and actually take a little quick trip over to a friend's house because they want to get their senior pictures taken real quick, so it shouldn't take too long though, you guys. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get my keys and I'm gonna head down there to their house really quick here, and we'll go ahead and continue on with today's video. I was about 10 years old when I actually went to Florida and went to visit Gatorland for the very first time ever. And Gatorland kind of like shares like a personal spot, like not just in my heart, you guys, but also my family as well, because it turns out that our family has been going to Gatorland for about 4 generations, and I had no idea that literally 4 generations of my family has been going to Gatorland or has even worked there. And actually, to tell you the truth too, I have a relative that actually used to work at Gatorland a long time ago down the road, probably like back in the 80s, something like that. And she kind of worked there almost like as an educational like teacher there, to teach kids about some of the animals there. And I thought that was really cool, you know. So to feel like every time we go to Gatorland, it kind of, you know, it really has a special spot in my heart there. So it's just really awesome. With that being said though, the first time when we visited Gatorland, you know, it was just such a really cool experience, seeing all the sorts of wildlife, you know, like especially for a 10-year-old kid, you know, that kind of almost looks like he went to like Disney World or something. But since I was an animal kid at that time, I just wanted to go to Gatorland, you know. And the fact that my grandpa actually went with me, and my older brother too, by the way, which was literally, he even had a blast too himself. It was just awesome. And one of the things I can remember the first time ever visiting Gatorland was seeing the Gatorland's largest alligator on display, Chester. And when I witnessed Chester the first time in his enclosure, I was just blown away by how big Chester really was. It was just so awesome, just seeing this massive 13.5-foot alligator, almost 14 foot long actually, and he was just literally just a few feet away from us on the other side of the glass. And it was literally like staring at like a tyrannosaur. It literally is what it looked like. It was reminding me out of Jurassic Park. And it really was amazing, you know, seeing such a huge living, breathing, almost like a dinosaur. And it was just so awesome to see literally the biggest alligator I've ever seen in my life. And now to hear the news about Chester's passing really kind of was totally unexpected. But with that being said though, I'm gonna actually also share a little bit of history with Chester with you guys here in just a moment too.
Holy moly! He's over here.
He's about the same size as that
That's
one.
what I was thinking. Yeah. He looks as big as the ones that were out there.
The last time they measured Chester though, they measured him exactly 13 feet 7 inches. So he's almost 14 feet.
Right, we're gonna have you come around this way.
Absolutely, on top of him, right?
Yeah, you're gonna be on top. Smile! Chester, smile! Chester, smile! Chester!
Yeah!
That never gets old. That is so awesome.
There he goes. Good. We're clear. Alright, you like gentle? Go down. Go back. Take that. Take that. Nice, Mason. Take the towel, bud.
Bud, you got a new home now. You go swim around in all the water and you can see some other alligators on the other side of the fence.
For those of you guys that didn't realize actually too much about Chester, another really cool fact about this alligator in particular was he was actually Gatorland's very first rescued wild-caught alligator, because before he was rescued, there were some of the locals where Chester was around. Some people actually were calling in the Fish and Game and asking them if they have to euthanize the alligator, which the Fish and Game was considering that as their first option, because the gator, well, I gotta say his name, Chester, he actually ate some of the residents' dogs as well. And a lot of people were very upset about that, and a lot of people wanted this alligator like put down. But Gatorland then stepped in and said, hey, we're gonna go ahead and get this gator out of here so he doesn't cause any more issues with any of the residents here, and we'll take great care of him. And for the rest of Chester's life, he was taken well care of at Gatorland for the next 20 plus years. And to think that he has become Gatorland's most famous mascot there is just absolutely awesome. And it was so awesome to see him in person there a few times in my lifetime as well. So it is sad again that he had passed away, you guys, but he is now at a better place, you guys, and he will always be remembered as one of Gatorland's most famous attractions there. And he was not so aggressive whatsoever. But with that being said, though, I just hope things actually go well for the staff there at Gatorland, you guys. So for those of you out there that love Gatorland, go show them some love, you guys, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, you guys. I'll link their social medias down in the description as well. So with that being said, y'all, I think I'm gonna get ready to end this video here. Again, I want to shout out to Gatorland for doing a special video dedication to Chester. So I figure I would do one to not just Chester, but also to the Gatorland crew out there and all the staff that has worked so hard to help keep Chester alive and very healthy and well. So with that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and end this vlog here, everyone. So hopefully I'll see y'all in the next one. Good night, America.